My dad is sweating so much. Look at that.
I was only in the sun for 2 minutes. Hi everyone, it's Matt from Reef Underground. We have arrived in Mackay, which is a good solid 10 to 12 hours north of Brisbane, drive-wise. And yeah, today we're pretty excited. We are going to visit the good people at Corals Down Under, where some of Australia's best coral is collected, and check out their facility. And yeah, of course I'm probably going to buy a few little bits and pieces while I'm there. So yeah, come along and enjoy.
Hey, it's Will and Dad, we are Kai.
Oh, I got that on camera.
Are we too?
No, never ever. I'll record outside the window. Yeah, it's recording, yeah? Recording the scenery as you're driving past. Maybe turn the camera sideways as well and do some footage like that. Oh yeah, there'll be some water now. That's where they get their water from, Lyric. We are here at Corals Down Under in Mackay, taking a look around. We're with Gemma.
Hello.
And so yeah, Gemma's going to take us around the system inside and just talk about a bit of the processing of the coral and how it's done, just to give you guys a bit more of an insight of this side of the hobby, I guess, because you all seem very interested and you ask me a lot of questions. So this is a great opportunity to take a look and see how it's all done. I guess we're starting at the first system here. What goes on here?
Yep, so the first line system here, which is the black tank and then the white tank behind it, this is an incoming system. So this is basically when the boat comes in, the corals will get dropped off. We use bread boats, and the corals will get dropped off into this system. And then over the next coming days, we'll dip, treat, cut, process all the corals before it actually hits our main system, which is the rest of the tanks in the room.
So how long does all the cutting and cleaning processing take for you?
It depends, because we're such a small team, it will depend on if we've got packs, how busy we are in terms of sales. But generally most corals will stay around about a week. We're talking about 7 days in the system here. The system is just as stable as the other systems. It just means that we can treat the systems within the system without affecting our other systems. And it means that if there are any bacterial or parasites or any kind of problems in this system, it's a lot easier to deal with because it's so much smaller than the rest of the facility.
Yeah, absolutely, makes sense. Cool.
But yeah, so basic lighting, we don't need fancy lighting over here because they're not in here for long. And yeah, they sort of come in, and you can see if you have a look over here at these Platygyra, obviously they'll have like dead patches on which come up from the reef or algae or what have you, and all that will get nicely trimmed up, cleaned up, dipped before even hitting our normal facility systems.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to see how things, I guess would be, you'd say rough is the word, and how much work goes into making a coral as presentable as it is once it comes into the store and the retail side of it. And looking at a lot of them, there's a lot of work that's done. It's, yeah.
Yeah, generally it's not easy to find one perfect piece of coral. They come from the reef, they're wild animals, so you'll find that they'll have algae growing, they'll have, dead patches on them, or, you've got the chalice there, like all that chalice will need to be trimmed up, cleaned up, and made a lot more presentable for everyone's aquariums. So this system here is part of our incoming system. It's the same system, but we do hold all our softies in here. This is a good system to hold the softies because it's a very basic system with very basic lighting. But as we all know, softies don't do well in shipping. They are an awkward coral to transport and handle. So quite often with the soft corals, we will bring them in and we will put them straight into the system, no processing. And then the processing will come later once we're happy that they are healthy. So soft corals we tend to do backwards. We tend to sit on them, make them happy, and then process them later, as opposed to bringing them in, processing, cleaning them, and then putting them to rest in the other system.
And so once they're all processed, they go into the main system, and is this just one large system over here?
Yeah, so you've got 3, 4, 6 tanks and some little tanks on the back wall, and that's one big system with one sump and all the equipment for it. Every piece of coral you'll see in this system has been cut and treated. It will be dipped.
And my favorite part of the setup, I've got to say, is this button here. Oh, found it.
Oh.
This button turns all the wave makers off. I've used this many times already.
And we aren't trustworthy in here. The reason why it's been set up is that you press that button and it turns the flow up for 20 minutes strictly, and then it comes back on.
Yes.
And the reason why we have it is because we are terrible and we forget to turn the flow back on in the systems, and Dave tells us off a lot. So
yeah, same reason you shouldn't be turning your return pumps off for feeding at any time and all that kind of stuff. It's, yeah, as you have a backup system like that, or automation, which is, yeah, very handy, that's for sure.
It means that we can all go home and go to bed not worrying that someone forgot to turn the flow off. Which I will admit is usually me, to be honest with you, picking up corals.
Oh well, now you've outed yourself there.
Yeah. This is our pre-sort system. Less lighting because it's not going to be in there for too long, same flow. But it puts aside the corals specifically that's already sold.
Yeah. Okay, well let's take a look at.
So this is like a part pre-sort for a European customer. So this will be going to Northern Europe some point next week.
Very nice. So they're going to be lucky. Unfortunately, the light here isn't picking it up though.
Yeah, we're orange light
Not
right
happening.
above us.
Yeah. Oh well, someone in Europe is going to be very happy with that. I can tell you that for sure. We've got a little saw section over here, I see.
Griffin saws.
Griffins?
Well, we call them griffins.
Griffins? I don't know. I don't use it, so I forget the name. I've got the inland one.
Have you ever used a griffin?
No, I went off a recommendation of someone that's used one of these for a long time.
I've never used an inland one, but I've always used griffins. But yeah. They're also problematic. You do have to...
Salt water and saws and stuff, it's just not a great mix.
Yeah.
And over here, is the second row of the system. And Jem has been very vocal on I come at a bad time,
yes.
and all the coral has gone out. But that's okay.
Our export permits run out today, and so it's been a mad 2-3 weeks of last minute export orders going out the door. Lots more than normal. So the boat's out now, and they'll come in and they'll start topping us up. But yeah, in the meantime, we are a little low.
Well, I definitely wasn't disappointed. So yeah, I think there was plenty to look at. That's for sure. It looks like you've got some scully frags on the go.
Yeah, this is a bit of a weird tank. This is I like that coral. I'm going to put it in this tank and separate it.
I think you have to have one of those sections if you're a true hobbyist and you enjoy it. Yeah, you can't sell everything straight away.
Yeah, so a lot of this is either the fragging or stuff that's to be fragged or stuff that we're keeping aside. I can't even explain why we'd be keeping it aside, to be honest with you. We'll keep it for a little bit longer because it makes us feel better.
Yep. Hey, those gonnies actually showing up fairly accurate, maybe a bit more pink in them.
Yeah.
Go maybe there. Yeah, now I've ruined the whole thing. Anyway.
Pectinia.
Pectinia at the back there.
Yeah, I put that one in there. I really like that Pectinia. It's just personal favourite of mine. It might end up in my tank, who knows. Straight from the creek here on high tide.
Yep.
And that goes into here, and then we'll filter it out. We actually chlorine it before we actually use it. So this used to be a boathouse.
Yes.
And originally when Alex bought the property, he used to come in here. But then since then, they did a lot of work a little bit further out to the point where we couldn't get our boat in anymore. And the marina is just easier to use.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we pump, our line goes all the way out, like you can't see.
Yeah.
It'll go right out there. And when this is high tide, the water level will come up to probably a foot from this wall.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see
And so this property goes out to maybe about 50 metres this way, and all these sort of mangroves and everything, that's all part of this property.
Well, thanks very much for the tour today. Much appreciated. And everyone, make sure you jump onto the Corals Down Under Facebook page, and their website is very good as well. They are wholesale only, but they wholesale domestically and export as well. So thanks for joining us, and appreciate you watching the video.